Sadistic magician.
Sadistic magician.
What a fun,
Say that 5 times fast.
What a fun concept. Before that was Behind the Music by the Vandals.
Will the Vandals make it to the Final Four once again? Or will they fall to municipal waste? Make sure to get your vote cast.
Yeah, especially if you care about the Vandals, because the Wraith fans show up, and you know they're voting for municipal waste.
Yeah, the Wraith fans do show up, so if you're a Vandals fan, get in there, get your vote cast. Okay, CJ, do we do our death pool first, or do you want to go over the...
Let's do our death pool, and then let's talk a little bit about what we were up to yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So, everybody, it is time for our death pool. Each week we try to select somebody that we think is going to die between now and the next show. Now, it's not necessarily somebody that we want to die. It's somebody that we think is going to die, and as long as death is going to be a thing, we might as well get some pizza out of it. And if you go to any of our social medias, The Moron Bros Show across all social media platforms, and you guess who you think is going to die between now and the next show, you can get yourself a pizza on us, on the Moron Bros. And doesn't matter if you get it right, doesn't matter if we gets it right, we will make a donation to the People's Pizza Party of Chicago, a nonprofit organization that brings supplies and pizza to houseless people in the city of Chicago. CJ, last week you had Morgan Freeman. I had Pierce Morgan.
The Morgan brothers.
We had the Morgan brothers. Neither of them hit.
Nope. Both Morgan brothers are still standing. I'm hoping that they get into some sort of a debate or fight with the Paul brothers. I think it would be entertaining.
The Morgan brothers and the Paul brothers?
Yeah.
I don't think Morgan Freeman and Pierce Morgan are actually friends or brothers, if I'm being honest.
I think they both kick either of the Paul brothers' ass, though.
I don't think that either, though. I think that, the Paul...
Pierce Morgan would get the shit kicked out of him, you're right.
Yeah.
I think
true.
Morgan Freeman's got, like, that old man strength, you know?
And I think he's also got that just that look, that, like, respect. You know, like, you'd go to hit him, and he would just, like, look at you like you were going to hit me.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, I'm not going to hit you.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's the way it goes with him.
Especially being like, you know, a Paul brother, and then Morgan Freeman being such an iconic person that has lived for so long. Like,
right. It would be anti-clout to punch him. And they're clout beasts.
That's true.
Yeah.
They beast for the clout.
They're hype beasts. They can't, that would be so anti-hype.
I wish we had like funds to like properly hype like the Paul brothers. That'd be cool.
What do you mean? Oh, like if we had hype beast money?
Like if we had if we had hype beast money, I would go directly down the Oliver Tree route.
Well, no, if we had hype beast money, I would go down the Fantasy Factory route.
Okay, and then I would go down the Oliver Tree route.
Okay, but we would
get like a bitchin' bowl cut mullet.
They would have to go hand in hand, right? Like we would have.
There's a lot of musical things happening at Fantasy Factory.
That's what I'm saying. We would have the Fantasy Factory, and then we would.
I would also get really good at high level tricks on scooters, the same way Oliver Tree is.
Right, we would be Oliver Tree-esque characters with a Fantasy Factory.
Yeah.
Like the Fantasy Factory is what makes us interesting. Is that we're two dudes with bad haircuts and sunglasses.
Or hear me out.
Matching Gucci
Hear me out.
suits.
We buy out from whoever now owns Joe Exotic's zoo. We buy Joe Exotic's zoo.
I don't want the zoo. I don't want the zoo. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to
turn it into a proper sanctuary.
See, I feel like that's what everybody says when they buy those tiger parks. They're like, "Oh, no, I'm going to do this for the tigers." Yeah, but
I'm not talking about. We're not bringing people into the Fantasy Factory either. This is a private space.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wait, you want to turn the sanctuary into a private space?
Yeah.
It costs money to run a sanctuary. The Fantasy Factory, you just got to keep the lights on.
Well, no, that's where the content.
Videos.
We make the videos. The content pays for the sanctuary. And now we're a nonprofit.
Okay, you're talking about nonprofit.
Now we're avoiding
you're talking about, like,
taxation and shit.
Now you're talking about like getting some government kickbacks for taking care of all these critters. You're like,
and
hey,
we're taking care of critters, which is fucking like
we're
the best
taking
part
care
of it all.
We're taking care of these exotic critters.
Yeah,
and it's all above board.
yeah.
And you're gonna kick us back some cat. I don't think that's how it works, CJ. I'm just gonna be honest.
But then we,
I don't know.
Then we do like a
feel like-
blend of the Oliver Tree Joe Exotic
It'd
character.
be like one of those things where, like, if the government just gave you kickbacks for taking care of big critters,
oh, you
why-
gotta
why-
you gotta go through.
why
the
isn't
proper-
everybody taking care of big critters?
I don't know. Fuck, Carol fucking Baskin figured it out.
Dude, there's an elephant sanctuary in Indiana.
What?
There's a elephant sanctuary in Indiana. They just roam around this big thing, and like you can stay on the sanctuary, and they can like come up to your fucking cabin and
you
shit.
Feed 'em? Oh my god, dude! What?
Yeah, you can't feed them. You can't feed them. Like they tell you, like explicitly,
Can't
don't
give
feed
them
them
peanuts.
because they'll get all pissed off like if you don't get fed. So then they'll like destroy shit.
Can you?
But, like-
ooh, now you gotta feed them. No, having the knowledge.
now I want to feed
Yeah,
all the elephants.
That's not the knowledge you want to give me. You should have left it at don't feed the elephants.
He's like, it's not my life's mission to just get into this sanctuary and only feed the elephants.
Yeah, just every day hop the fence, start feeding the elephants.
Oh man.
Uh,
But yeah, it's in southern Indiana somewhere. There's like a
okay.
so
I
we
might look into that.
so who do we got this week, CJ, for Death Pool?
I'm going with Andy Dick. He's
Andy
like
Dick?
his sobriety hits in waves.
Okay, and he's getting older. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
You can't just get sober, get drunk, get sober,
Yeah.
get drunk like that. As you're getting older, I understand. I'm gonna go with Alan Alda, famous for MASH. He was Hawkeye. Not that I want Alan Alda to pass away. Honestly, I don't. I absolutely do not. But he's an older gentleman, and he's come up a bunch recently. Like I always notice that, like when a celebrity passes away, they randomly get referenced in like things prior. And it's never like, it's just like, I don't believe in nothing, but it's always just an interesting coincidence. And I've heard his name come up a few times this week on like different podcasts and stuff. Mostly people talking about Hawkeye and MASH, but it's made me think of Alan Alda. So
Okay. Talking about
hope he doesn't.
Talking
but I
about
like
celebrities
I like Alan Alda a lot.
has also reminded me that there's something we need to talk about off air. So
Okay.
we each have a thing we need to remember. It's
Okay.
on you, Clueless. It's on you. If we forget, 100% your fault.
Truly.
So yeah, I'm going with Andy Dick. You're going with Alan Alda. Get on all our social medias, the Moron Bros Show, across the platform. We even got a Twitter now. So like literally all the social medias.
Yeah. It's Moron at Moron Bros 1 on the Twitter.
What? Get it on Spotify, all the podcasting places. You can catch us there. Pull tab links will be in the description of the episode or the video that you were watching related to this episode. And technically we don't know it yet, but we just got back from guest spotting on an episode of Weird Time Recorded.
We did. We yesterday we were there. I think they released their episodes Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, I think, maybe. Yeah.
It's like Tuesday night,
Tuesday,
or
Wednesday.
Tuesdays sometimes.
Depends how froggy Jared's feeling.
If it comes out tomorrow, or wait, if it comes out tonight, and we're able to, we should definitely listen to some of it on the Twitch stream after the show.
I know there's going to be a lot of goading Matt into saying things that I can later turn into a song. I tried working on a new intro, because I brought an intro last time.
Yeah.
I think we might just have to roll with that one again, because I was having a creative block.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, they gave you a bunch to work with.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's not that part that I'm blocked on. It's the it's the music part.
The music? Why?
You can't just.
You couldn't like steal their intro and play with it a little?
Nah, that's not really the way I go about it.
Okay.
I don't have I would have to run through this thing that pulls out the vocals from it. And the way it does it, it doesn't sound right to me. I don't.
Or you leave their vocals in and you paste like us saying like when it's like a weird time and then Moron Bros radio show or something like that, like kind of make it like you paste our shit over their intro.
Possibly. Or maybe I would just get like, I like to be a moron.
Well, you'll find out when you go and listen to a weird time recorded after checking out our show. Go and check them out. We'll be on there. It's probably, oh my God, we're probably going to be rolling on the floor laughing the entire fucking time. I love doing their show. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I want to get Jared talking.
Okay.
I want Jared to talk more because I've noticed that in all the episodes where they have a guest, or B, specifically when I'm the guest, Jared talks and it's the funniest shit on the planet, but he never is like at the center of the floor. And I know that like we're the guest and he's not trying to be at center.
Okay, so at some point we need to have like a you tug your ear, when you're noticing that Jared's not talking, and then me and you, we don't say a thing.
And we just stare at Jared until he starts talking.
Stare at Jared, yeah.
I love it. I love that idea.
Yeah, we just don't say a thing, and we just stare at Jared. Now, I know Matt's going to break in like 15 seconds and just start talking. Because he has,
Matt
he has no idea this is happening.
Matt will probably be in the process of talking when I do that.
But yeah, and then we'll just stare at Jared.
I also saw a Facebook post about a dude who kicked a possum, like a cop who kicked a possum like off the center of the road when a motorist had stopped to help it. Okay. And I wanted to bring that story.
Oh yeah, well we're gonna do that thing
to a weird
where
time.
You tell the possum story and I tell the wheelchair story.
No, I tell the wheelchair story
and I tell the possum story. Okay.
Yeah, you have to tell the possum story. I tell the story about how I one time got so high at college that I went to the handicap stall, and then somebody in a wheelchair came to the stall.
That actually works out because I reached out to Matt recently. So with what's going on, I could be like, yeah, I was arguing with my wife the other day, and
one of the reasons is I told her that I killed this possum.
I told her that I relocated this possum, and then we were fighting, and I just snapped. I told her.
Oh my God, dude, that is gonna be the funniest fucking thing.
I love when the truth sets up a good bit.
Because he has told both of those stories.
I know.
Multiple times. Oh, fantastic. I can't wait. All right. But without further ado, all of that being said, we have 2 more matchups to go over to bring us our top 8. Our final 2 in the top 8 of this month's, this year's musical madness. In March, the Dead Milkmen went against the Specials. They were tied on the Instagram, 5 votes to 5 votes. However, the Dead Milkmen pull it out 13-8 total. Okay. They will be moving on to our top 8. They beat the Specials. The Specials, formerly in the top 4, I believe they lost in the championship, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
And then our final matchup to decide the final band to make it into our top 8. 100 Gecks versus Snoop Dogg. This was a blowout from the beginning. We knew it was going to be this way. I think we early on in the tournament said Snoop Dogg.
The fact that 100 Gecks made it to the second round made me reconsider how litty
who's listening?
Yeah, how litty our voters are.
I mean, 100 Gecks is solid.
It's good.
I don't blame anybody for not liking it or for liking it. But Snoop Dogg wins very handily, 18-8. So the Dead Milkmen will be facing off against Snoop Dogg. We have both of those artists' music coming up for you. They will be what is closing out this episode. CJ, is there any matchup particularly of the 4 matchups that you're excited about? Like over any of the other ones?
I think we got a good mix. I'm curious to see what happens with the Vandals Municipal Waste.
Yes, very curious.
I'm like already not looking forward to what happens with Bad Religion and the Screeching Weasels.
I honestly, I have more faith in our listeners than I think, or for the people that are listening than I think you do. I think
Every
Screeching
time
Weasels,
Bad Religion beat Hub City Stompers.
but Hub City Stompers are a little less known than Screeching Weasel.
Yeah, a little less known, but still, go listen, people.
Right, the Hub City Stompers rightfully
All
should
you
be,
had to do was listen, and you would have known.
yeah, they should be at least in the running for a top 4 spot.
I wish there was a way to do the polls where it was like you could put a little audio snippet on it, you know?
I know. It would be so great.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. I think Little Big and Wraith, even though Wraith is going to roll Little Big, I'm excited to see how many votes Little Big gets, just to show us like they had a chance. They had a chance. If they could have went against if they were in any other part of the bracket, they might have made it.
Yeah.
But Wraith is a juggernaut right now. Biggest win in Moron Bros musical madness in March history.
I will give the other bands, a little bit of credit in the fact that we are nowhere near on their radar.
Right.
But big shout out to Wraith for bringing in the voters.
I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it because it's going to bring in new watchers, new
it's
people.
It's moronic madness in March, and it's the only time as an American citizen your vote will ever count.
That's true. Like you could sway the entire thing. You could be the deciding vote on any of these matchups. Just make sure you get in there and vote.
Yeah, maybe on American Idol too. I don't know.
So American Idol actually, but you could vote like 8 times on American Idol.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Dead Milkmen versus Snoop Dogg, Municipal Waste versus the Vandals, Bad Religion versus the Screeching Weasels, Little Big versus Wraith.
The poll tab will be linked in the description of wherever you're listening to this. If you're listening to it live at realpunkradio.com, go to any of the social medias. You want to follow us on Instagram anyway, so you can get extra votes in. The Moron Bros show across the board. The Moron Bros 1 on Twitter. I think we could do polls on Twitter too.
You can, but we just don't. We only have like 8 followers. Yeah. So I just didn't see a point.
We got the Dead Milkmen coming up next with the story of life. Snoop Dogg after that with Who Am I?
That's going to do it for us this week on the Moron Bros Show. We'll be back next Tuesday to bring you more and to bring you the conclusion to our top 8 and to narrow these guys down to 4. So come back next Tuesday here on Real Punk Radio. Hang out with us. I'm Keegan.
I'm CJ.
We are the Moron Bros. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.